Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Ask A, where we're going to be answering reader questions and talking about all things fashion, beauty, and motherhood. So let's go ahead and get started because the babies are hanging out in the other room, and who knows, we might get interrupted, but we're just going to roll with it. So today's questions are pretty good as well. We've got, the first one is from Kelly Potts, and she says, I know you can't necessarily relate, but have you seen any successful outfits that make short legs look a little bit longer? So yeah, at pretty much 6 feet tall, I can't really relate to that. I haven't been able to relate to that pretty much my entire life. But I think the biggest thing that I see coming back around right now that is helpful for ladies on the shorter end of the spectrum would be flared jeans. They're really making a big comeback. I personally have yet to invest in a bunch because I'm still in that weird losing baby weight and your body's all crazy kind of mode. But if you are ready to take the plunge, now would definitely be a good time to do it. To me, they haven't really been back since I was in high school, but the 70s and flared jeans and flowy blouses, all that kind of stuff is really making a really strong return to fashion. So that is a great option for you to really lengthen your legs if you've got, you know, these big flared jeans and then a heel underneath that. You know, you're instantly adding 4 or 5 inches to your legs. So that's a great way to, you know, instantly make yourself look a little bit taller. And then I would say, you know, just being careful when you're wearing, you know, shoes, and then, you know, if you're wearing pants that are cropped a little bit above that, try to make sure that you don't wear a shoe with an ankle strap around it, because that's going to cut your leg off right there where that ankle strap is. So if you can wear a heel with an open, you know, front, so that it'll, you know, make your leg look as if it's going all the way down to your toes instead of chopping it off at the ankle right there. So I hope that all makes sense, but that's my best advice, and I am absolutely positive that there's far better advice out there, but right off the top of my head, that's what I would say. So second question is from Megan O, and she says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you that Cora has a sister now? And what one piece of advice do you have for their relationship? So scale of 1 to 10, I think initially when we found out that we were having another girl, I was about if I'm being honest, probably like a 7 or an 8. I was excited, but at the same time it was like, oh, you know, it would have been fun to have a boy, you know, we'll see, you know, now we probably should, you know, we're gonna have a third, and you know, all those kind of thoughts run through your head right off the bat of being excited, but also thinking about what this means for you as a family. Now that Isa is here, and you know, I see them kind of together and interacting and you know, being sisters, it's, I mean, all the way up at a 10. I think they have an awesome relationship right now that I hope will only grow, and I hope that they continue to be friends their entire lives. And it means so much to me to have 2 girls. I think that's something that really took me off guard, was that I really feel at home as a mom of 2 girls. That really feels like something that's right for me and kind of the way it was supposed to be. And of course, you know, if we have a third and it's a boy or it's a girl, you know, we'll be ecstatic either way. But I really feel, you know, kind of, I guess, comfortable in my own skin as a mom right now, having 2 girls. And as far as, you know, advice for their relationship, I'm guessing you mean like, if, you know, towards my sisters, you know, with our relationships, if I have advice for Cora and Isa now that they are sisters. And I think, you know, for me, if they start having issues, you know, like my sisters and I did, I know when we were in high school, we would fight a lot over clothes and friends and, you know, just being like really petty with each other like teenage girls often do. I would love to be able to tell my girls and reassure them that it's going to get better, And even though you might feel like, I can't stand this sister of mine, I have nothing in common with her, there's literally no way that I'm going to be speaking to her as soon as I get out of this house, you know, because I had those thoughts too. But I hope that I can reassure my girls that your bond as a sister is going to be stronger than anything that you're going through, you know, in the moment, and this too shall pass. And it's more important to be supportive and understanding of what your sister is going through, you know, trying to make it through high school like all of us are, and to remember that you're family no matter what. But hopefully we're still quite a few years away from that stage, because I don't think I'm ready yet. I like it when my girls are friends, and who knows, maybe in 2 years they'll be fighting over toys, and you know, we'll already have to deal with some of that stuff. But as of right now, they seem to like each other, so we're just soaking it up while we can, I guess. So the third question comes from my friend Carolyn. And she says, what is your best advice for being a good wife and mother while your husband is away during season? So that one's a really hard question, mainly because I feel like I'm not always a good wife and I'm not always a good mom. And I would hate to portray it as I've got it all figured out and I know what I'm doing all the time, because that is very rarely the case, and it's really difficult to be on your own a lot while your hubs is traveling, whether it's for basketball like my husband, or you know, even if he has a job that he's gone a lot and he travels a lot with business trips and whatnot. So, you know, I think very practically speaking, one of the things that I do is, you know, my strong suit is not cooking. So I try to make our meals as easy and quick and, you know, at the same time healthy as possible. So if I can find stuff that I can just reheat and put on the table, or I can find stuff that is, you know, take the salad out of the bag and put it all together really quickly, that's what I do, because, you know, that's not my strong suit, to, you know, cook a homemade meal from scratch every night. And I think you have to kind of come to terms with what you're good at and what you're not good at, and just accept that and move on, because the longer that you're hard on yourself for not being able to plan a craft every single day for your kid to do, or, you know, having your kid involved in every single activity they can possibly be involved in, you know, soccer and then piano lessons and all that, you know, that stuff's hard to do when you're going to be on your own for a long time. So you just kind of have to be gentle with yourself and understand that, you know, nobody is good at every single aspect of motherhood and wifehood. But that's all right. You're good at what you do, and you're going to be successful where others maybe fall short, and you just have to kind of wrap your mind around that. I also, from a really practical standpoint, I do a lot of stuff on my phone. I have a lot of apps, or, you know, the Amazon app. Oh my gosh, Amazon Prime is a lifesaver. There's so many times where I don't end up going to the grocery store for a long time because I'm just ordering everything on Amazon Prime and getting it, you know, shipped for free in 2 days. So, you know, things like that where you can make your life easier, and, you know, avoid unnecessary, you know, things that could take up your time and, you know, be a reason why you don't get to spend as much time with your kids or your husband when they are home and they are available. You know, it just takes a little bit extra planning. Speaking of which, I love my Erin Condren planner. That's a really great option too when you're super busy and you need to stay organized, and you can just jot stuff down on the go. I keep mine with me in my purse almost all the time. And I'll link to my review on that, so you can kind of take a look at that as well if you're interested in a planner. And yeah, I think that's really it. You know, technology is awesome to let you, you know, be able to keep on track of things via your phone, or to keep in touch with Hubs while he's gone, you know, on Skype and FaceTime, and, you know, be able to shoot him a quick text if you're not able to talk on the phone very much. You know, take advantage of those things and don't feel guilty for it. You know, there was a time for sure when Orlando and I were first married that I felt like, gosh, there is no other married couple that is away from each other as much as we are. But there's actually a lot, you know, the longer that you're married, the more that you realize there's a lot of people who have a lot of different relationship, situations. And some people see each other every single night at 5 o'clock, and some people see each other, you know, one week they're here, the next week they're gone, back and forth. And then there's situations like mine where, you know, my husband's gone for, you know, several months at a time, and we, you know, go visit and we go see him, and, you know, you make it work. So don't ever feel like you're alone and you're the only people who are dealing with something like this, because that's never, ever true. There's far too many people on this planet. Somebody is going through what you're going through. So that always is kind of comforting to me, and I hope it is to you too. So that's what we have for today. Those are our 3 questions. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments if you want to hear something next time, and if you have any thoughts on today's questions or any advice that you can give for our readers as well. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. Bye!